Hi everyone, welcome back to the NFA Review channel. Today we have the ION K from LMT Advanced Technologies. Now, if you guys remember, last week we reviewed their 30 caliber version, the lightweight titanium and Inconel hybrid can with the stainless steel inserts and the baffles. Pretty sweet technology there. Today we're going to take a look at their 556 specific K can, which is really exciting. That's right up my alley. If you guys have been watching my channel for any amount of time, you guys know that K-cans are what get me excited. So it's brand new in the box. We have not shot it yet. As you can see, it does have the flash hider front cap we'll get to. And really pumped to get this thing on the new LMT 12.5 inch factory SBR that I recently set up that you guys saw in the last review. So if this thing performs anywhere near the performance of the larger 30 caliber, I'm going to be very happy. So let's hope that the back pressure carries over, and of course that really beautiful tone and low sound signature. So without further ado, let's get to it. We're going to cover the special details here in the studio, and then we'll hit the range and see just what it sounds like. Let's get to it. All right, the ION K comes in a stubby little overall length of 5.26 inches. The diameter is 1.74 inches, and the weight under a pound with the mount included at 15.7 ounces. Now, special construction, as mentioned previously with their other model, the first two baffles in this little guy are Inconel, and the subsequent baffles are heat-treated stainless steel. Finish is going to be a matte black high temperature Cerakote. Your mount on the rear is going to be your hub 1.375 by 24. Firing schedule will be full auto rated and SOCOM surge tested. Warranty, just like the last suppressor we reviewed, is going to be lifetime. They will cover it at no cost to you, and a retail price of $898.98. So not bad there. So as far as aesthetics, very clean looking all business suppressor, very professional looking. Love that they have the engraving at the rear. That's where it is safest. Love the front cap design. Of course, construction is going to be full circumference laser welded tubeless design. That's how they keep the weight a little lower. Again, like their LT, I know I sound like a broken record, but name of the game here is to maintain accuracy, so no point of impact shift. If there is, you want it minimal and repeatable. So we'll test that today. And then the back pressure. That is very important, specifically when shooting a AR-15 5.56. Now, anytime, like the previous video when we shot a sub caliber, so 5.56 through a 30 caliber bore aperture, it's gonna be a lot easier to keep that uncorked and a lot more pleasant to shoot. So this is gonna have to do a lot more work, is what I'm trying to say, to make it enjoyable. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if they're able to achieve that. Again, this does have a mid-length gas system, so that is gonna aid us. We will be shooting M193 ball ammo. So designed low back pressure and accuracy. Weight's good. Again, you have a little bit more of the weight here at the rear of the suppressor. It's not too noticeable like the other titanium can, but you can kind of feel it. Of course, we do have the mount in the rear helping with that balance. And then let's not forget, it does ship with the flash hider style end cap. You can see the venting holes here. There's 3 of them, and that's gonna help in that back pressure. I'll get some beautiful B-roll shots up here on the screen for y'all so you can see what it looks like underneath. I'm sure it looks exactly like the LT model we reviewed earlier. So again, the name of the game with a K-can is to keep it as small and compact as possible while still maintaining that hearing safe threshold. And apparently they did that. It is sub 139 decibels at the shooter's ear, even with this little tiny suppressor on the gun. It's very small. I'll find something B-roll to shoot here to give you a kind of size comparison of this thing. But it is not your typical 5.56 suppressor. It's probably gonna look pretty badass on the end of that LMT SBR. So we're about to go hit the range. Before we do, I want to remind you guys, Suppress Fest is just around the corner, October 25th and 26th. I even have the limited edition shirts here working. This is kind of a prototype. We're going to change some things, but this will be the general layout of the limited edition shirt. Going for like a little bright neon 80s theme there with the colors, very cool gradient effect. So we will have that for sale at the shoot only. And then of course you can pre-purchase the event shirt with all the sponsor logos on the rear as usual, which is really cool. So LMT will be there, the suppressor will be there. So if you have any doubts, you can always shoot it in person. And then of course, Capital Armory will be there to help with any purchases on site at Suppress Fest, making everything seamless as possible, because that's exactly the way it should be. Let's go ahead and get to it. Before we get shooting, a quick word from our sponsor, Capital Armory. They're the nation's largest silencer dealer and have expanded their silencer shipping ability to multiple states, with even more on the way. They can still ship directly to Texas residents, but they can now deliver silencers directly to your door for those in many other states. The process is simple and keeps everything in-house. So there are no additional dealers, transfer fees, or headaches. They manage the entire process from start to finish to make your life easier. The process is very simple. Once you purchase a silencer online through their website, you'll be contacted to begin your online customer profile to provide them with fingerprints and other necessary information to complete your e-file Form 4. After the ATF approves your form, Capital Armory will initiate electronic transfer paperwork with you, and your silencer will be mailed directly to your front door. And the best part is, your customer profile only needs to be done once, so you'll be ready to go for all future orders. Head to capitalarmory.com today to learn more. You know, the worst part about this whole thing is I really fell in love with the LMT 12.5-inch SBR. And my plan was to set it up all LMT, right? And leave this little guy on here because he performs so damn well. And now I love shooting the rifle so much because it's not overgassed. Now I just have to leave the muzzle device off because I need to use it as a suppressor host now. One, really all I want to do is just put this on there and just leave it so I can have a full nice 12.5-inch setup. So kind of annoying. But as far as the ION K556, short, stout, high-performing little dude. You can see here on the front cap, I'll show you a close-up here. Looks really cool. You can actually see the heat where it came out and jetted, and has some cross-jetting there with the front cap to hide that flash. Pretty cool. I didn't see any flash during post-editing. I'll end up shooting this with some night vision hog hunting one day, and I'll make sure to film it and we'll really test it at night. That'll be really cool. But as far as suppression, low tone, I just reviewed the CMG Zeroed 556K the other day, and I actually shot these on the same day, and this one exhibited a lower tone to the ear, probably because it's a flow-through design. It had a lot more gas flow through the front of the weapon, away from the shooter's ear. The other one had a higher pitch, which, if you know anything about frequencies, you could probably hear this one over a distance a little further because of a lower frequency versus a higher frequency. But human ears, we typically like the lower pitch when we're listening to things. So this one sounds great. Did not overrun the gun, did not overrun the Geisley, which is very overgassed platform, that 16-inch barrel. I've mentioned it multiple times here on the channel. So that's like my awesome test bed weapon, right? Because it's overgassed. So if it's not gassing me out to the point I need a gas mask, like you're doing good there. So flow through is good, everything's good. It didn't change point of impact shift. Cool little can for a sub $1,000 mark. No tax stamp anymore, so that's pretty cool. As far as the can, I think we're good there. If you have any questions, just leave them below and I will answer them to the best of my ability and knowledge. LMT will be at Suppress Fest, so you can shoot this can and others on their guns at Suppress Fest. It's $60 and it pays for all your ammo, and you can shoot from 40 vendors, all their guns, machine guns, suppressors, whatever. Demo them, and then Capital Armory will be there, and if you want to purchase anything. It's the only event like it in the United States with that many vendors. Come on down to Florida, Leesburg, Florida, October 25th and 26th. All these companies on this banner, I'm going to put it up on the screen, will be there. You can buy from them, you can demo from them. $60 gets you in the door, and you can shoot all day. Okay, we're going to have food trucks, everything. It is family friendly. Kids are welcome with adult supervision, of course. You got to come out. Head to suppressfest.com. Click, and if you want the cool limited edition t-shirts that I just designed that are freaking rad, you can add those as an add-on, and they'll reserve them at the front booth for you. If you do not reserve a shirt, there is no guarantee we will have any left. They always sell out, especially we're going to have 2 this year. The vendor shirt with the logos on the back, 10-year anniversary, of course, and then the limited edition night vision retro girl. So, and as far as, and challenge coins and the hats. So I'm not going to make a bunch of them, okay, because I don't want to get stuck with a bunch of merch. So if you want it, reserve it, and we'll see you there this October. Again, if you have any questions, leave them below. Thanks for subscribing, guys. I love your support. I'll see you guys next video.